Tool! What's up, guys? Just last night, I went and seen my favorite band of all time, Tool, in concert. I've actually mentioned Tool a few times here and there throughout my videos, but I've never really made a full video about them. And so I figured, hey, why not? I just saw them in concert, and I'd like to talk about my experience with you guys. Oh, and also, I got this t-shirt at last night's show. What do you guys think? So first, let me give you a little bit of my background with Tool. I've been listening to them since the Undertow album, which came out, I believe, in 1992. And it's funny because I bought that album twice. I bought it the first time because they had a radio hit with Sober. I listened to Sober and I didn't listen to anything else. I don't remember what I did with the album, but I remember I eventually had to buy it again because I bought the album Anima. And Anima has a completely different feel than Undertow. And let me just say, I was consumed with this album. I was just flabbergasted by how great it was. And so I went back and I bought Undertow again. And I really took it all in. And Undertow is a great album. And it just has a very different feel than their later albums. I mean, if you want to get into a straight up rock sounding album with a little more depth to it and a little bit on the angrier side, but I would say it's a mature level of anger, then check out Undertow. But Anima is a whole different beast. This is an album that really catapulted the band Tool away from every other band because they were grouped with bands like Nirvana and Alice in Chains and all those other 90s bands with Undertow. With Anima, they started building their own fan base because this album really set them apart. It's more of a progressive type album, but it still has a lot of heart and emotion there. And you have songs on that album that are like 10 minutes. And then you have the album Lateralis. Lateralis is a masterpiece. It's one of the most amazing albums I've ever heard, and it's still to this day my favorite album of all time. It is just mind-blowing. It really is. And it's one of those albums that you want to put on your good headphones, you want to turn the lights off, and you want to just soak it all in because this is an album experience. Really, all their albums are album experiences. This isn't a singles experience. Like, I can't point to one track and say, just listen to that and then you'll be satisfied. No, you want to take the whole experience in. I've seen Tool in concert 4 times. Last night was the 4th time. And it just gets better and better every single time I go see them. Their show gets better. The backgrounds get better. And what was great about this concert is they opened with one of their covers. Actually, I think it's their only cover. It's No Quarter by Led Zeppelin. And they haven't played this song in, I believe, around 17 years. It was just breathtaking. It was amazing. The sound, the lights. The whole thing about seeing a Tool concert is it's an experience. I promise you, if you see Tool in concert, it's unlike any other concert you've ever seen. And I'm talking about all the way down to where the members stand on the stage. And if you go looking on YouTube for performances by Tool, it really does not even scratch the surface of what you get when you actually see them live. Trust me on this. Now, back in 2003, I was in a band called Bottlenap. And that year was one of the most rewarding years I think I've ever had. I was in Korea, in the military, and I met these guys who had kind of different musical tastes than I did. That year really just opened me up to all this new music that I never even considered. And one of those guys was my buddy Dave. And Dave might be more of a Tool fan than I am. Dave didn't get to go to this show, but he wanted me to get a signed poster for him, which I did. He sent me a poster tube, and this is what he sent me in the poster tube. That is a really cool Tool poster, and Dave actually collects these when he goes to the shows. But I got his Tool poster, and I want to give a shout out to his podcast. He has a podcast called Freshly Jacked. You can get it for free, actually, on SoundCloud, and it's also available on iTunes and Stitcher. I will put a link to that below. Make sure you check that out. I actually listened to a few of the podcasts, and it's really entertaining stuff. They have interviews on there, and they talk about movies and sports and whatever's on their minds. But anyway, guys, that's the end of my Tool video. I wanted to make this video to talk about my experience with the concert, which was amazing. And what I'd like to hear from you guys is what are some of your favorite bands and what is probably the most memorable concert you've ever been to. Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel, follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and Humdrum out.